Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Thank you for tuning into the channel. On today's episode, we're going to take a look at Forgotten Pacts supplement for Frostgrave. If you're looking to add a little bit of demon wrangling and demonology to your Frostgrave games, I highly recommend this supplement. So let's go ahead and take a look inside and see
what sort of unholy tears await your warband. Let's check out some Forgotten Pacts. Oh, wait. Oh, whoops. This is the wrong book. Here we go, Forgotten Pacts.
So if you're looking for a fun supplement to your Frostgrave game that involves barbarian tribes who worship demons, this is the supplement for you. It's Frostgrave Forgotten Pacts. Once again, disclaimer, I am biased. I highly recommend Frostgrave as well as this supplement. This was first published in 2016 by Osprey Games, and I'm going to be reviewing this book for your YouTube pleasure. This is a great supplement if you are playing a summoner. Summoners are the demon wranglers in Frostgrave, and just to clear the air, demons are considered anything that is an extraplanar being. So you could make a demon be whatever you wanted. It could be a blob of light, they can take on humanoid shapes, they could be an actual demon with horns. It's all up to you. This supplement contains 2 new spells, Mystic Brand as well as Demonic Servant. It has 8 scenarios, 2 mini campaigns, and the book has some new major demons. It is worth noting again that while most people use the term demon to apply to all extraplanar entities, there are many who perceive specific entities as gods, demigods, or angels.
Demons to some, angels to others. We can't.
Extraplanar entities rarely have any concept of human morality, and left to their own devices are just as likely to conform to human conceptions of good as they are to evil. In Frostgrave, one man's devout supplicant is another man's demon worshipper. So in this supplement, wizards are allowed to forge pacts with demons. And in order to forge a pact with a demon, you need to get a true name. Demons have 2 names, a common name and a true name. And what I'm talking about are just the major demons that can grant you these powers. So basically you have to find out what a demon's true name is through the exploration of this section of Felstad, which is to the north, I believe. And then get the name. Once you find the true name, you have to be level 10. You have to go ahead and do some will saves. And then if you make it, you get 1 sacrifice and 1 boon, which you choose from down below, over here. And then when you get to 25th level, you get a 2nd sacrifice and a 2nd boon. And then if you reach 50th level, select a 3rd sacrifice and a 3rd boon. You can go ahead, there's more rules about like breaking pacts and all that kind of stuff. So, and like if you're a lich, I don't think you can forge a pact. Here's a whole list of all the good stuff regarding the pacts and the sacrifices. Here is something for casting Summon Demon. Once again, this is great for summoners. Here's some advanced rules for the casting of the demon spell. And if you look on this table, there are demonic attributes, which are this table. So the way a demonic tribute works is that when you roll up some demons, you get to roll on, it's an optional rule. We always play this way, but you get to go ahead and roll some minor demon attributes. So this makes the casting of the imp spell way more exciting, because you could cast an imp that could have demonic strength, you could cast an imp that teleports, you could cast an imp that has 2 heads, cast an imp that has horns, magic vulnerability, it could be a chameleon. They also have this for the major demons, so you can go ahead and roll these when you're summoning demons as well. Some really cool stuff, and it makes demons a little more a little more couture. Here we have some new magic. We have the Demonic Servant spell and we have the Mystic Brand spell. The Mystic Brand is kind of like a rune or a tattoo or just some kind of glowing symbol of power that gets put on your soldiers and then can do some cool stuff to help them in combat, or like this one gives them an extra armor. The Mark of Protection. The bearer may sacrifice his mark in order to prevent up to 3 points of damage. Next section, we have new soldiers. We have an assassin. We have a demon hunter. Got the Demonic Servant. We also have a monk, kung fu specialist, mystic warrior. And then here we go, we have some scenarios. Now this back section contains 8 scenarios. I just want to let you know that these are a lot tougher than the other Frostgrave scenarios that we've played. This first scenario, Scenario 1, Part 2, and Part 3, involves one of the major demons in the back of the book. His name is Ambronax, and he's like a time warping demon. Let's see if I can find his picture. There he is. So that is Ambronax, the two-headed, pig-like looking baboon sort of demon.
You're just an overgrown orangutan.
So the Scenario 1 has Ambronax in there, and I think he shows up if something goes wrong or whatever. Then we have Scenario 2, Part 1, Enemies Without Numbers. James and I have played this. Actually, we played this with a couple times, and sometimes with 2 people, and sometimes with more than 2 people. And this one is a tough number because every time you kill a barbarian, new ones enter the game. So it's just enemies without numbers, like the title says. It's pretty tough. It's a lot of fun. And I noticed that every time we play this, the wizards just kind of end up on the high terrain, because the bottom part of the board game gets flooded with the enemies. Let's see, Mortal Shells. I think my wizard got kicked off the board when we played this one because all those elementalists. That one was fun. Rescue the Prince. I really love the fact that you're rescuing a prince and not a princess. I cannot say how much I really appreciate that for the swap of the gender rules. James and I have played this one a couple of times, and we never seem to be able to rescue the prince because you kind of have to, even though it's not a cooperative game, I think it works best if you do play this one as a cooperative. This one also has a wizard named Balkrin, and his stats are in the back. I love when the Frostgrave supplements have big bad guys for you to play as a little character. So Balkrin is a summoner. Balkrin is one of the most powerful sorcerers among the northern tribes. A few years ago, he stumbled upon the true name of Tizerain and has been a devoted follower of the Demon Lord ever since. It's got a nice AI going on with him, his stats. So for this scenario, he has basically kidnapped the prince, and you have to go and rescue the prince before Balkrin summons the big bad major demon Tizerain. Chamber of Horrors. 4 stories above the ground, the warband finally reaches the top of the ancient building. As they step into the chamber, they feel the cold wind as it whistles through their shattered windows. This is the one with the telescopes, which is pretty cool. Also, I like that the table represents the top floor of a 4-story building. If figures have some way of falling without taking damage, i.e. Ring of Slow Falling or a Slow Fall spell, they may exit the board via any edge. Otherwise, figures may only exit the board through one of the trapdoors or stairways. So this is a very special way of to get in and out certain ways. And then here's a list of all the demons that you can summon. There are new demons that are in the back of this book. The Burning Spear, this is a fun one to play. A lot of fun with this one. I had a good time doing this. Let's see, new treasure. Got a new treasure table, which I'm not really going to go into too much detail with. Here's an image of that demon I just mentioned, the one with the Rescue the Prince. That's the demon that he summons, Balkrin summons. It's like a centipede demon. There's a new bestiary that we have here. There's a table for barbarians. Here's the major demons that I mentioned earlier. Here's the Ambronax, the 2-headed pig-faced demon, the pot-belly that looks like an orangutan. Here's some of the new demons, a bit about the northern tribes and their demon worship. worshipping. Also, this is really cool. There's a scenario with this guy. And here is Kornovik the Outcast, who rides a rhino, which I think is really cool. First instance of Frostgrave having a mount. They looked like normal skeletons until they got closer. Then we saw the gold that filled their eye sockets. Some reaction tables for the big bads that your wizards will encounter. So, for instance, if thing A happens, then the Demon Lord would do thing B, etc. And if we look at the cover art, here's the outcast that's riding the rhino, the woolly rhino. And here is the Northern Tribe's best sorcerer. So thank you very much for tuning in. This is a great game by Joseph McCullough. Have a good one.